Hello, and welcome to this presentation about the FACT study. I'll start with the background and rationale for the study. On completing this session, you will be able to explain the background and rationale for the Fluoride and Caring for Children's Teeth, or FACT study. Oral health, and dental caries in particular, represents a major neglected global population health challenge. An estimated 2.3 billion people worldwide have untreated caries in permanent teeth, and an estimated 532 million children worldwide have untreated caries in deciduous teeth. Ireland is one of many countries worldwide with community water fluoridation. Community water fluoridation is a safe and effective method of preventing and controlling dental caries, and has the advantage of reaching all socioeconomic groups without requiring the active participation of the individuals. Furthermore, community water fluoridation provides an additional benefit in communities with widespread use of fluoride toothpaste. However, the benefits of fluorides for preventing and controlling caries must be balanced against the risk of developing dental fluorosis from excessive ingestion of fluoride during critical periods of tooth formation, thought to be the first 3 years of life for the aesthetically important maxillary incisors. Dental fluorosis is hypomineralization of enamel characterized by altered appearance of the tooth, ranging from fine white lines or paper white patches to pitting or staining of enamel in severe presentations of the condition. The development of dental fluorosis is the only proven risk associated with community water fluoridation. While for many people, fluorosis is not noticeable, at the highest levels of severity, fluorosis may adversely affect aesthetics and oral health related quality of life. Water fluoridation is mandatory in Ireland. This means that local authorities in Ireland have a statutory obligation to fluoridate public water supplies to within the range of concentration specified in the legislation. Ireland has a long history of community water fluoridation. Community water fluoridation at a concentration of 0.8 to 1 parts per million, or ppm fluoride, was introduced in Dublin and surrounding areas on the East Coast in 1964. In subsequent years, fluoridation was extended to all major urban communities in Ireland. By 1976, 57% of the Irish population had a fluoridated home water supply, and by 2002, 71% of the Irish population resided in areas with fluoridated water supplies, and the proportion of the population with access to fluoridated water remains the same to date. Fluoride toothpastes, first introduced in the 1970s and in widespread use by the 1980s, by 2002 represented 95% of toothpaste sales in most developed countries, including Ireland. Hence, from the 1980s onwards, most people with community water fluoridation were exposed to fluoride from water and toothpaste. Fluoride toothpaste provides additional caries prevention to that provided by community water fluoridation. National surveys of children's oral health conducted in 1984 and 2002 showed an ongoing reduction in the mean number of decayed, missing and filled primary and permanent teeth among 5, 8, 12 and 15-year-old lifetime residents in communities with and without community water fluoridation. This chart shows the reduction over time in the average number of primary teeth in 5-year-olds and permanent teeth in 12-year-olds that were decayed with an open cavity interdentine, missing due to decay, or filled due to decay in fluoridated and non-fluoridated areas over time. You can see the difference in caries levels between children with lifetime exposure to community water fluoridation and those with no exposure to community water fluoridation, and that in 1984 and 2002, children with lifetime exposure to community water fluoridation had lower levels of dental caries experience than those with no exposure to community water fluoridation. This reduction in dental caries levels was accompanied by an increase in the prevalence and severity of dental fluorosis, which was attributed to the availability of fluoride from other sources, such as toothpaste and other fluoride vehicles, in addition to community water fluoridation from the mid-1970s onwards. In 1984 and 2002, dental fluorosis was measured using Dean's index. Dean's index is a simple index with 6 categories of increasing severity. If present, fluorosis is graded as very mild, mild, moderate or severe. Moderate and severe fluorosis may adversely affect aesthetics and oral health related quality of life. Both the prevalence and severity of fluorosis in Ireland are low. In 1984, 5% of 8-year-olds with lifetime exposure to community water fluoridation, that's full fluoridated, had questionable fluorosis, while 1% had very mild fluorosis. Very mild fluorosis was the highest category recorded in 1984. By 2002, using the same measurement criteria, 12% of children with lifetime exposure to community water fluoridation had questionable fluorosis, and 12% had very mild, mild or moderate fluorosis. No cases of severe fluorosis were recorded in 8-year-olds in 2002. The prevalence and severity of fluorosis had also increased in children without water fluoridation, but the prevalence and the increase here were less. Although an increase in fluorosis was seen between 1984 and 2002, the number of cases of mild and moderate fluorosis in 2002 were low. The increase was mainly in the barely perceptible, questionable and very mild categories of Dean's Index. However, this trend indicated the influence of new additional sources of fluoride in the population, most likely fluoride toothpaste, and caused significant concern among academics and policymakers at the time. In response to the increased prevalence of fluorosis in Ireland, the Forum on Fluoridation was established by the Minister for Health to review community water fluoridation in Ireland. In 2002, the Forum issued a number of recommendations aimed at minimising the risk of dental fluorosis while maintaining reductions in caries. These recommendations included redefining the optimal level of fluoride in drinking water from 0.8 to 1 parts per million with a target of 0.9 to a level of 0.6 to 0.8 parts per million with a target value of 0.7. This recommendation was implemented in July 2007. In addition, parents were advised to brush their children's teeth with a toothbrush and tap water before age 2, to start using toothpaste when brushing their children's teeth from age 2, and to seek professional advice on the use of fluoride toothpaste where a child below 2 years of age is considered to be at high risk of developing dental decay. To supervise children aged 2 to 7 years when brushing their teeth, to use only a small pea-sized amount of fluoride toothpaste, and to make sure that children avoid swallowing the toothpaste. Note that the Forum considered all discretionary fluoride sources, but focused on fluoride toothpaste as the most important. The Forum noted that fluoride supplements such as fluoride tablets and drops were a risk factor for fluorosis in young children. However, the Forum noted in 2002 that the availability and use of fluoride supplements in Ireland did not appear to be an issue. In summary, dental caries presents a major public health challenge for which community water fluoridation is a safe and effective population-level caries preventive measure. Ireland is one of many countries worldwide with community water fluoridation. With the introduction of community water fluoridation and increasing use of fluoride toothpaste, there was a substantial decline in dental caries levels in Ireland. In 2002, alongside ongoing reductions in dental caries levels, an increase in the prevalence of fluorosis was recorded. Later that year, the Forum on Fluoridation issued a number of recommendations aimed at minimising the occurrence of dental fluorosis while maintaining reductions in caries. These recommendations included downward adjustment of community water fluoridation concentration from 0.8 to 1 parts per million to 0.6 to 0.8 parts per million, with a target value of 0.7. This recommendation was implemented in July 2007. The Forum also introduced toothbrushing recommendations aimed at reducing ingestion and absorption of fluoride in early childhood. The Fluoride and Caring for Children's Teeth study commenced in late 2012 with the aim of evaluating the impact and the outcome of the change in community water fluoridation policy on dental caries and dental fluorosis in Irish children, while also considering the change in policy on the use of fluoride toothpaste.